What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our top 5 series. I'm here with Fast Healer,
Hey guys.
and today we're going to be discussing about the top 5 Forgotten Bridders. Now, what I mean by forgotten is not the guys who are in the top 4, as obviously everyone knows them, but just a few names that who have probably entered one or more tournaments, who people have just completely forgot about, or some of you guys who are new to the Bridding these days have probably never heard of these names in your life, because this goes back to about 2013, 2014-ish. So we're going to start with I'm not going to do this in any order, by the way, guys, from like 1 to 5. So yeah, we're not doing it in any stupid order. So go on, Healer, you can tell us with the first one of our top 5 of the most forgotten Bridders.
Alright, so let's start off with ISO Twomp.
Do you guys remember ISO Twamp? So what ISO Twamp is mainly known for is when the very first video, what me and Josh did, and there's a dog outside right now who I'm about to shoot in a second if you don't shut the fuck up. This is ruining my video. Right, anyway guys, going back to the actual, I forgot what I was on about now. So the very first video me and Josh did of picking out the names of the people in the tournament, the very first one Josh made fun of was ISO Twamp, and he called him ISO Tramp. And this guy's entered 2 tournaments, and he was actually a pretty good Bridder. I think he got to week 2 and week 3. I'm not sure if he got any further than that, but he was definitely, he was definitely a good Bridder at the time. We used to brid together quite a bit, and he's probably, I don't know what he's doing now, but I heard that he started live streaming RuneScape not long ago last year. And I'm not sure if he actively plays anymore, as I've not seen him on in a while, but then again I've not been on either, but still, ever since I've came back I've not seen him on, so God knows what he's doing now. But yep, he is definitely in the top 5 of one of the most forgotten Bridders. And number 4, who's number 4, Dan?
Number 4, who else do we have? Oh yeah, Tanksters.
I don't think any of you are going to remember Tanksters. I remember him as a friend of another forgotten Bridder who I'm going to name in this video soon, but what clan was he in, Dan?
He was in Our Pride.
Our Pride, that's it. Yeah, Our Pride. I think that was led by was it VJM?
VJM.
VJM.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that clan had a lot of Bridders in it at the time when I was hosting in 2013, 2014, and yeah, them two, they were brilliant. I'm gonna tell you the other guy soon. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna forget about the other one. But Tanksters was a very good Bridder. I'm not sure how far he got in the tournament though. I think he lost against the guy who I'm about to mention, actually, to get into a top 4. I mean, into the knockouts. So he definitely was up there once, but he only entered one tournament, and I'm not sure what quite happened to him after the tournament. Dan might know more. Do you remember what happened to him, Dan? Did he disappear off the face of
No,
the
he
earth?
just quit.
Did he just quit?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you know about this guy, or is that it?
No, he just quit, man.
He just quit. Okay. Going down to number 3, I'll say this one. And this is also the guy who's on about in the bit about Tanksters, is Dawn of Fate. Dawn of Fate, he was a very good Brit at the time. He was almost in the top 4. He went out in the knockouts. He did beat Tanksters though. He only entered one tournament, but he was definitely known to be one of the best at the time. I'm not sure if he had any other names, but he changed his name quite a bit after the tournament, and I remember speaking to him about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, not sure, but he was also in the same clan as Tanksters, and he was a very, very good Brit overall. And do you know anything else about him, Dan?
No.
No, okay, we don't know anything else about him. Going down to number 3. This is also my turn to name it. I think we picked right. This guy had a lot of different names he was well known by. So the first one was Tutu Drab Ewi. I'm not sure how to say the name. And he was also yeah. So, okay, Dan said it better than I did. He was also known as Maha, the original Maha, not the guy who's stolen the Maha name for these days. And I'm not sure what else. Oh yeah, he was also known as TNT and RGM. I think it was RGM.
Yep.
I used to brid with this guy all the time, and this was when Tactician, as you all know very well, first started to brid. So us three used to brid a lot in World 61. We would always be having like little competitions against each other, and 2-2 drab, Eri, I'm not sure. His real name's, do you know what? I should know this. Yeah, his real name's Chris. And I've spoke to him on Skype a few times. We are still in contact on Skype. We speak very rarely though. But I think he's actually dating Levity in real life, who was also in the top 5. Yeah, he is. He showed me a little picture of her and everything. So yeah, he's doing really well right now, as far as I know. But yeah, he never got into the top 4, but he was very well known to be one of the best Bridders. I definitely think he was one of the best. He was also one of the first guys to do hit and run Brid. I'm not even sure if he was the very first one to do it. I'm probably guessing he was, as I never saw the style before I fought him. But yeah, that's Chris, and that's the third one on our list. Going down to the second.
So number 2 we have IMBKI.
If you guys didn't hear that, it's IMBKI, as obviously it won't be as clear on Dan's part as it will be on mine, as I'm the one recording. But yeah, go on, Dan, tell us a little bit about IMBKI.
IMBKI was one of the first hit and run grids. He didn't really do much except for one iteming. But yeah, he quit pretty early from EOC and went to 07 with me. So, yeah, he's a cool guy.
And this is all I know about him. So I only met IMBKI a few times on RuneScape, and I've only ever had him join one tournament, which was the very first one. He had a different style to a lot of other people. As Dan said, he was, one of the very first hit and run Brids. Hit and running in the very first tournament, as you can see on the video, if you really care to go that far back. It was very rare to see hit and run. It wasn't, very popular back then, but IMBKI did it, and I think he only used magic and range as well. But he was very good at what he did. He was very, very fast, and yeah, he definitely deserves that second spot. For number 1, I heard that he was an Anessa for quite a while. I heard that he did a bit of an Anessing. But this guy is Tabasco, and he had a nickname back then, and I think they called him 14 Finger Tab, something like that. And he was very well known for his non-food bridge and all of his crazy switches and doing it at an incredible speed. Now, me and Dan was speaking earlier about him, and yeah, he went out in week 1, but he was still a very, very well-known Brid, and a lot of people thought he was, one of the best. I think the only thing that let him down in the tournament was just the food fights, as obviously we all know that doing foods is completely different than non-foods, as it just requires a lot of different things. But yeah, go on. What else do you know about him, Dan?
There's not much else, but he still plays now. So I still keep in touch.
See, I didn't know he still played now. Like, has he still got the same name?
His name's Tabby.
Tabby, right? And does he still go to World 3 or anything, or?
Oh no, he's like a comp cape.
He's a comp cape. Well, that just says it all, doesn't it, guys? So he went from being an Nessa to a comp cape. So he still plays RuneScape, obviously quite a bit, which is different to everyone else on this list. There's a lot of the guys on this list have actually quit now. So if you guys are really that interested in getting to know Tabby and the very old system of, how bridding was back then, I'm sure you can PM him, Tabby, but I don't think any of you are going to really bother to. But yeah, that's it, guys. There you go. And I might just say, a couple of other mentions now of some of the other old Bridders back then, and that's pretty much guys like, 4-4 Evil, Inky, Speed of God, X24V, Yes I'm on Top, and yeah, I think that's. Oh, and My Cinema. If any of you guys know My Cinema. Me and Dan will obviously know a lot of these guys, as me and Dan, we pretty much. And if you guys don't know, Dan is a fast healer, the guy who just won the tournament recently. We used to play back in 2013-14, and we used to constantly be, we used to be at each other's throats when we were bridding. So yeah, this is like the proper old school kind of like bridding.
Yeah, really.
And yeah, so we will remember a lot of these guys and know a lot of these guys. But if you have any questions, feel free to say in the comments below or ask in game. And if you guys are wondering about the tournament what's coming up, it's on the 30th of July. That's when it will actually start, and confirms will be on the 15th of July, where I will be taking in bets. And it's also a 1 mil entry fee this year for the tournament, by the way, guys. Now listen, the 1 mil that you have to pay, you will get it back if the tournament's over, or if you get eliminated. If you drop out and ruin the other groups pretty much as well, he doesn't ruin the whole group, but he just makes it more awkward, that 1 mil will be put into the raffle. So basically what we're trying to do with the whole 1 mil entry fee is just to stop all the dropouts, because a lot of people decide to enter, then drop out. So that's just to stop that. If you guys wish to make a donation to the prize, feel free to just PM me in game, PM me on Jack's Tourney, or join the friends chat Jack's Tourney, and donate to the prize. And as I said before, I'm going to double whatever people donate to the prize, but I'll probably put in extra money anyway, as I always just seem to do that. But the tournament was probably going to be around a 100 mil prize on average. I don't think it will be any more than 100 mil. I guess that just depends what you guys want to put into the actual tournament yourself. And the reason why I'm asking people to put money into the tournament this year is because a lot of guys have been asking me to host again, and I just kind of like want to know what does it mean to you? If you guys like the tournament so much and want me to continue hosting, I think for once you guys should kind of like put some money into the prize, just so I can like kind of see how much you guys want another tournament hosted. But yeah, there you go. Obviously you don't have to put money into the prize if you don't want. I'm not going to force anyone to do anything like that. I'm quite happy to provide the prize, as I always have done. But if you guys just want to donate, even if it's 100k to the prize, go ahead.